Welcome back to where we bring you the latest, greatest, and most in-depth looks into the world of motorcycles. Whether you're a cruiser enthusiast, adventure seeker, or just someone who loves two wheels and an open road, you're in the right place. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Today, we've got something really exciting for you. The 2026 Honda Shadow 750 has finally been revealed, and we're diving deep into everything you need to know. The Honda Shadow 750 is a name that has been synonymous with timeless cruiser styling, rock-solid reliability, and approachable power for decades. Since its debut in the 1980s, the Shadow has evolved through many iterations, each bringing its own charm and appeal. The 2026 model, however, marks a significant step forward. Not just a simple refresh, but a modernized classic that manages to stay true to its roots while embracing just enough innovation to remain competitive in today's cruiser market. The 2026 Honda Shadow 750 continues to use the tried-and-true 745 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin engine, but it has received a number of performance and efficiency updates. Honda has fine-tuned the fuel injection system to offer smoother throttle response, especially in the low to mid-range power band where cruiser riders spend most of their time. The bike still produces around 45 horsepower and 50 lb-ft of torque, but it now delivers that power more efficiently and with less vibration thanks to updated engine mounts and internal balancing. The exhaust system has also been reworked. It still gives off that deep, throaty sound we all love, but it's been redesigned to meet stricter 5 Euro plus emission standards. Despite these regulations, Honda has managed to keep the soul of the Shadow intact. When you twist the throttle, it still rumbles to life in a way that feels satisfying and authentic. One standout improvement for 2026 is the addition of optional traction control and ABS. These features come standard on the deluxe trim, and they're well worth considering for anyone who plans to ride in variable conditions. The ABS works well without being intrusive, and the traction control system helps prevent wheel spin on loose or wet surfaces. A welcome addition for newer riders or those upgrading from smaller displacement bikes. Honda has also given some attention to rider comfort. The seat has been redesigned with more supportive padding and a reshaped contour to better accommodate long-distance cruising. It sits just under 26 inches from the ground, making it very accessible for riders of all sizes. Passenger accommodations are also decent, with a slightly wider pillion and optional backrest available. One of the biggest updates comes in the form of technology. While the Shadow has traditionally stayed away from flashy tech, Honda has now included a new semi-digital instrument cluster that blends old-school analog style with modern functionality. The large, round speedometer remains analog, but it's now flanked by a compact LCD display showing gear position, fuel range, trip meters, and a clock. It's simple, it's clean, and it fits the bike's aesthetic perfectly. Also new for 2026 is a USB-C charging port tucked neatly under the left side panel. It's a small touch, but a welcome one for riders who need to keep their devices powered on long trips. Now let's talk about customization. One of the reasons the Shadow line has remained so popular is because it's a blank canvas for personalization. The 2026 model continues that tradition with a wide range of factory accessories. From windshields and saddlebags to different handlebars, seats, and even performance exhausts, there are plenty of ways to make the bike your own. Honda has even partnered with a few aftermarket brands to release Shadow-specific gear and bolt-on accessories. So if you want to give your bike a bobber look, go full touring setup, or just add some personal flair, you'll have no shortage of options. In terms of pricing, the base model starts at around $8, $999 in the US, with the deluxe trim pushing closer to $10, $499 depending on options. That positions it right in the sweet spot of the midsize cruiser segment, offering more features and refinement than entry-level models, while still being thousands less than heavyweight cruisers from Harley-Davidson or Indian. Fuel economy is another win for the Shadow 750. Thanks to improved engine tuning and aerodynamics, the 2026 model achieves around 56 miles per gallon under mixed riding conditions. That gives it a range of roughly 200 miles from its 3.7-gallon tank, more than enough for weekend trips or daily commuting. But perhaps the biggest appeal of the 2026 Honda Shadow 750 is its identity. It's not trying to be something it's not. It's not pretending to be a sport cruiser or an adventure bike or a tourer. It's a Shadow, plain and simple. A comfortable, cool, and capable cruiser that looks as good parked outside your favorite diner as it does rumbling down the highway. It's approachable for beginners, yet satisfying enough for experienced riders who just want something reliable and stylish. Now let's answer the big question. Who is this bike for? If you're new to motorcycling and want a first cruiser that's not going to intimidate you, the Shadow 750 is an excellent choice. If you're a returning rider looking for something low maintenance and easy to live with, it checks that box too. And if you're a seasoned cruiser fan who just wants a bike that looks and feels classic without all the modern gadgetry getting in the way, the 2026 Shadow will absolutely speak your language. It's the kind of bike you can ride to work, take on a weekend getaway, or just cruise on a sunny afternoon. It doesn't scream for attention, but it turns heads all the same. It doesn't boast massive horsepower figures, but it's got soul and character, and that's something you just can't fake. Now, before we wrap things up, let's talk briefly about the competition. The 2026 Honda Shadow 750 will be going head-to-head with models like the Yamaha Bolt, the Kawasaki Vulcan S, and the Harley-Davidson Nightster. Each of these bikes has its strengths. Some offer more performance, others more tech, but the Shadow holds its own by delivering a balanced, well-rounded package with legendary Honda reliability baked in. The Vulcan S may offer adjustable ergonomics and a sportier ride, but it lacks the traditional cruiser aesthetic. The Bolt delivers more torque, but it's a bit less refined. And while Harley's Nightster brings modern performance to the table, it comes at a much steeper price point. That's where the Shadow 750 really shines. It hits that perfect middle ground of affordability, style, and usability. So there you have it. The 2026 Honda Shadow 750 isn't trying to reinvent the cruiser. Instead, it refines and perfects the formula that has made this bike so beloved for decades. It's a smooth, stylish, and soulful ride with just enough modern touches to keep it relevant without losing its old-school charm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Honda Shadow 750, give us a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of the new Shadow. Is it everything you hoped for? Or were you expecting more radical changes?